I get the question all the time, John, do you actually like Fall Out Boy? Like, really? Well, let me, yeah, I do. What's up everyone, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. Welcome to a series that I now call Hate It or Love It, because we've done a couple of episodes and you guys really seem to be very responsive to them, really enjoying them, and I want you to keep in mind that with these videos, I will let you know if I actually believe the opinion that I'm stating, if I agree with it, if I semi-agree with it, if I disagree with it, or if I am neutral on it. Today, we are talking about 5 reasons people hate Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy transformed from one of the biggest emo and alternative bands of the early to mid 2000s into a consistent alternative pop act that still continue to put out material that is consumed by a ton of people. Bassist and primary lyricist Pete Wentz said in an interview a few years back that he was primarily concerned with making music that could be played and consumed by the masses, like getting played on radio, at festivals and stuff like that. And I suppose I understand that, wanting to be relevant to an extent, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And even though I do like Fall Out Boy, it has gotten harder and harder to defend them over the years. So today, we're going to be examining reasons why people hate them. Some of the reasons might be more justified than others, and like I said, I'll try and let you guys know how I feel about it, but keep in mind, these are reasons that I have gathered from various sources of the internet, things that I have been seeing for years, and if you want to see more episodes of this series, let me know what band I should do next in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video today, and let's go ahead and start off with my first point. Fall Out Boy aren't even that talented, like what are they doing? Many people feel like Fall Out Boy just are not that talented, like they don't have the musical skill or the talent to deserve the kind of fame that they have achieved with their career. I kind of feel like that's a low blow to say that these guys don't have talent, because Patrick Stump is a very, very solid and talented vocalist. I really enjoy hearing his voice. Joe Troman is a great guitarist. If you don't believe me, just look at some of his work that he has done outside of Fall Out Boy, and even with Fall Out Boy. Look at the solo on their cover of Beat It, and just some of the other moments that he's had to shine. Now, I will say that they've been kind of condensed on their past few releases, especially American Beauty, American Psycho. Their creativity seems to be a little bit on hold, and I can understand not liking particular albums, but to say that they're not talented just doesn't feel justified as a whole. Fall Out Boy is apparently only for teenage girls. I see that comment more often than I'd like to admit in the comment section of like my videos where I've just featured them on best of lists. Like I put Uma Thurman on my best songs of 2015 list. I gave positive reviews to many of their albums, including throwback reviews of things like From Under the Cork Tree, Fully Ado, Infinity on High, albums that I still thoroughly love to this day. Great records that I can keep coming back to just because I think that they have great lyrical content laced in with really cool guitar moments and vocal moments as well. But overall, I feel like there's just kind of this overwhelming theory that people think that only teenage girls listen to Fall Out Boy. I can see why you would get that vibe, considering they have a huge fandom that is very rabid, foaming at the mouth, ready to attack if anybody says anything about their precious babies, Patrick Stump or Andy Hurley or Pete Wentz or whoever it may be. But at the same time, you have to understand that Fall Out Boy have been active for over 15 years now. They've been a band from Chicago for a long time. They've been making music that's not just really for anyone in particular. It's whoever chooses to listen to it. And that's why I don't agree with this point at all. I see it all the time, but if you listen to the lyrical content, there's actually a lot of deep stuff going on here. Pete discusses depression, suicide on some of their records, and then relationships and the highs and lows of those. There's a lot of stuff that's going on here, and it's more than just meets the eye at surface level. I can't say that I'm the biggest fan of bands changing their sound drastically, but some people really seem to hate the fact that Fall Out Boy have changed it up so many times over the years, from their debut, which was much more punk inspired, to really just kind of evolving that into kind of a rock sound by the time they got to Folie à Deux in 2008, and then coming back with something that was very poppy and transforming that once again from kind of being a hybrid record to being just almost straight up pop on American Beauty, American Psycho. Some people hate the fact that they have evolved so much and have so many different tastes. I mean, obviously people like Andy Hurley in the band are more involved and interested in like metal and kind of hard rock, and they kind of balance that out with Pete, who loves pop, and then Joe kind of into the hard rock and metal thing as well. And then of course we've got Patrick, who's just standing out in left field with his whole soul punk thing that he had going on, which I found to be a pretty interesting and entertaining record. Can't say that I'm a huge fan of it and that I've come back to it so many times over the years, but this band has a lot of different things that they're interested in. So obviously the band is going to continue to tinker with their sound until they find something that they really like for the album that they're working on. I'm really interested to see where their next one could go, but overall I don't think it's really a bad thing at all to see them changing their sound so often. They don't call him Sell Out Boy for nothing. The band has made themselves kind of look like a merchandise outfit at this point. They really push the merch so heavily. Whatever trend there is, they're jumping all over it. Stranger Things is popular. Let's release a shirt that says, like, oh, it's Fall Out Boy, but it has the font from the Stranger Things logo. It just seems like they trend hop. They really put out a bunch of merchandise, and I, myself, I will agree with this point, and many others have gotten quite furious at Fall Out Boy for seeming more like a company, a business, rather than a band at this point. The band tours so heavily, it seems like they're running themselves into the ground. They are on a bit of a break right now, but they came back after driving themselves into the ground because they were touring way too much. It seems like they didn't learn from that at all. It just seems like they're back trying to grab as much money as they can by moving these albums that are very commercially viable and going out on these big tours to try to collect a lot of money, save up so that they'll be set for the rest of their lives. I don't know, guys, it does seem a little bit fishy because Pete Wentz does own the label that they're signed to, so the label does seem to force a lot of it, but Pete Wentz owns that label, so who exactly is controlling the strings here? I know Pete Wentz is really into the whole marketing thing, pushing it a million times, pre-order this, buy it on iTunes, and he's got all of these links that he tweeted out. I've unfollowed him for a while now just because I couldn't take it anymore. That and the whole crush management movement that really just constantly beats you over the head with the fact that, oh, it's on sale on iTunes, or pre-order this, pre-order that. It makes them and the other artists look like they're just in it for the money, the greed, and not for the fans and the love of music, of course. My final point for this video is a point that I've seen floating around the internet for a while now. It's the fact that many feel like they are a pop act just disguised and pretending to be a rock band. I don't know exactly how I feel about this one because yes, I do feel like they're in a lot of ways in it for the money, and they try to stay commercially viable by just playing up to whatever is popular at the time. They try to cater to their audience's needs and wants and that sort of thing, and while in a way that is smart, I feel like there's a point where you can go overboard with that, and I do feel like at this point they're more of a pop act that tours as a rock band, and I'll agree with the majority of people who are saying that. I don't think that that necessarily is a bad thing inherently in and of itself because there's so many great pop acts out there. Now they're a little bit harder to find than they used to be because they don't really get played on the radio, but Fall Out Boy kind of seem to be twisting and shaping themselves to kind of fit with kind of what's on the outskirts of what's popular, but I really will have to test this theory further whenever they release their next album. That being said, who knows if they will release another album. They may have burned themselves out again. Are we going to see more from Fall Out Boy? When are they going to put out more material? Is it going to be super poppy? Or are they going to go explore more rock roots where they came from and started from? We shall see. Well, there you have it. 5 reasons why people hate Fall Out Boy. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. Keep in mind, for the most part, I tried to stay kind of neutral on this. I obviously inserted my opinions as well, but these are also things that I've collected online, and I by no means hate Fall Out Boy. I hate seeing that. People assuming, oh, well, you hate this band because of this, or else you love this band, you're such a dick rider because of this. But that's just not the case, and obviously I'm stating things that I have found in my research online and just what I've seen in the comments of my own videos. So thanks for watching today. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you're enjoying this new series, what you want to see more of, and what band I should do next. Do me a favor, smash that like button while you're here, subscribe to the channel because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed. You can see the last episode I did about the 1975 by clicking here, or a recent video that I think you might enjoy by clicking right here. All of my social media is linked in the description down below, and other than that, I will see you guys very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.